Hey MMA fans in Canada and everywhere, Dwight Wakabayashi here, feature columnist, Bleacher Report MMA, and this is the submission. This is the fourth episode. Got some updates for you, have some things on my mind, so I just wanted to run off a little video. And first thing I want to do on this video is to give a shout out to my buddy Jay Rigo, Street Soldier MMA. I love their apparel. Great brand, great people, and very unique style. You can see right here I'm wearing the Street Soldier MMA shirt here with the dog tags, and love this stuff. So just wanted to give a shout out to Jay. Hope all is doing well out there for you. Second thing I wanted to do on this video is talk about the UFC 140 card in Toronto. The card has been finalized. Unbelievable card. Just want to give you a rundown on those fights and tell you that the previous episodes have had updates on 140, so I just wanted to close it off by telling you that the card is set, and the fights on that card are in no particular order. Obviously, some of them have already been talked about quite a bit, but it was finalized with Konstantinos Philippou and Jared Hammond last fight that was added to the card, and that's a middleweight matchup. Also, we have 12 fights in total. We have 8 Canadians on the card. And here we go. We have Mitch Clark versus John Cholish. We have Yves Jabouin against Wale Watson. And Krzysztof Shashinsky against Igor Prograchek. We have John Makadesi and Dennis Hallman. Claude Patrick versus Rich Antonito. Mark Hominick, everybody's favorite, against Chang Sung Jung. That one's going to be an awesome fight. We have Rory McDonald versus Brian Ebersol. We have Tito Ortiz versus Rogerio Nogueira. Frank Mir versus Rodrigo Nogueira. Mark Bosek, another Canadian, against Nick Lentz. Frank Mir, sorry I mentioned that already. And we have our headline fight of John Jones and Lyoto Machida. So December 10th, Air Canada Centre. Unbelievable card that Dana White has put on for us Canadians for the second show in Toronto. Looking forward to that card incredibly, and I just can't wait for it. Many people are talking about the Jones-Machida fight and how Machida's been slotted in there, and he doesn't deserve this or that. And you know, Machida's lost twice in his career, and he's an unbelievably elusive, very, very hard to figure out fighter. His style matches up very well against Jones in a sense that Lyoto uses a style that gets in and out. He gets in, he cracks you, he gets out of range. Jones has an incredible range. And if Machida can really come out and execute his style to perfection, Jones is going to have a tough time getting to him, and unless he decides to come in and take Lyoto down and see how he does there, I think this is a striking matchup that is going to be very, very intriguing and also very, very hard to score at the end. So looking forward to that. Last thing I want to do on this tape is just talk about a little beef of mine. Obviously we have the UFC show that is now coming to Toronto quite a bit. We have the MMA that's been legalized in Ontario, which has, it's gotten everyone excited about different shows, different fighters. We had a regional show announced a few weeks ago, actually about a month ago, called Global Warriors. It was announced in a press release that they were going to hold a show in London, Ontario. And they were going to stack it with Adrenaline Team fighters, which is the Adrenaline Team is Sean Tompkins' team, Team Tompkins with Sam Stout, Mark Hominick, and Chris Hordeski leading the way in the big leagues. But you have a bunch of guys in that gym that are incredible fighters and incredible people. Jesse Ronson, Pete Brown, Clint Kingsbury, Rowan Cunningham, Jesse Gross. These guys are training and fighting hard, and I went down there last week and was able to get some footage and do some video and some interviews with these guys to try and promote the card. Well, it was announced this week, 1 week before the event, October 29th, that Global Warriors is canceling the event. The president, Garnet Ace, he sent out a statement yesterday and took the full responsibility for the decision. But in his statement, he basically said that it was Jeff Lentz, who was headlining against Jesse Ronson, that he was pulling out, and that was the cause of the card being postponed or canceled. Not too sure which one it is yet, but the Adrenaline Fighters are, obviously not very happy, and I'm not too sure whether they're gonna jump at the chance to fight on Global Warriors card. What does this all mean? What's the point? What am I trying to say here? Basically, what I'm trying to say is regional shows only get a few opportunities to make themselves look legitimate, to make themselves popular, and we need these regional shows. And these things happen, but the way that this one was handled was very, very shoddy. Having announcements come out via the fighters that it's canceled. I got a message from a source that it was canceled before anything was announced. And the other thing too is there really wasn't much information leading up to this event, and media and whatnot were trying to get involved and try to promote the event so that tickets would go well, so that Sean Tompkins the memorial fund would benefit, because some of the proceeds were going towards his memorial fund for his family, and that's a big deal. Sean Tompkins is a big deal in the MMA community, so it was all staged properly to be a very big success, and to have it pulled out like that was very disappointing. The fighters are trying to be strong and brave and put on a brave face, but they're devastated. They've been training for a while for this card. I went to that gym and it was awesome. The electricity in there, the fighters were geared up. Everybody in that gym is geared and ready to go, and it's really unfortunate that this happened. And my message is out there to regional shows: get your act together, nail things down, and at the very least, communicate with people as to what's going on, so that people aren't left out in the cold a week before. Appreciate everybody out there watching the show, and it is getting some views on YouTube, so I appreciate that. And everybody enjoy the fight this weekend. BJ Penn over Nick Diaz, folks.